Hi everyone, good afternoon. So welcome to our fifth webinar session of ProTalk, which is organized by Most in Technology. The topic is generative AI in software quality assurance. So today we will dive deep into the world of artificial intelligence, focusing on its transformative impact. I, Subrat, delighted to be your host for today's session. Today we have our distinguished speaker, Mr. Kaustav Saikia, who will be sharing his invaluable insight with us shortly. Meet our speaker, Mr. Kaustav Saikia, a highly competent and result-oriented testing professional with 16 years of experience in the dynamic IT industry. He has made significant contribution to both startup and large multinational corporations, excelling in software testing, automation test development, team leading, and project management in product engineering companies. Kaustubh's expertise spans diverse domains, including travel, banking, mobile gaming, quick commerce, industrial internet, shipping, and weather apps. He has proven track record in framework development, web and mobile application testing, web service testing, continuous integration, test strategies and plans, test management, agile methodology, and Scrum. His passion for problem solving, collaboration, and staying at the forefront of technological advancement drive his professional journey. Generative AI is not just a buzzword, it's a technology that is shaping the future of quality assurance and software testing worldwide. So today, we have the privilege of learning from one of the pioneers in this field, Mr. Kaustav Saikia, whose work has not only pushed the boundary of generative AI in quality assurance, but has also inspired countless professionals in this field. So GenAI in quality assurance leverage advanced algorithm to automatically generate test cases, script, and even data significantly, reducing the manual effort involved in the traditional testing methods. So this technology enhanced the efficiency of effectiveness of software testing by identifying potential defect early in the development cycle, ensuring high software quality and reliability. So let's welcome Mr. Kaustav Saikia as he takes us on a journey through the world of AI and its transformating potential. Mr. Kaustav, the virtual stage is yours now. Please continue.
Thank you, Sabrat, for nice introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session. So I will be mainly talking about today on generative AI, mostly on the software industry, how we can leverage and all. Let me share my screen. Okay, so yeah, let's dive into the session. So today, mostly I'll be talking about how Gen AI can be used for the software quality assurance, mainly whatever day-to-day tasks we do in our software industry, right? So all those things, how we can leverage Gen AI and get benefit out of it. So in this session, mostly I'll be covering a couple of things here. So as part of the agenda, I will be covering something around what is AI, a little bit brief about large language models, because whenever we talk about Gen AI, they work around those models. Some of the AI tools that we have currently in the market that is widely being used for different purposes. Then how Gen AI can be used for testing, mainly the possibilities of Gen AI in the different areas of testing. Then a little bit around the prompts, because Gen AI mostly work around prompts, because prompts are the main entry point for any of the Gen AI solutions. So a little bit around the prompts, and I will be showcasing a demo around some of the tool sets that we can use for any of the quality assurance work that is available in the market. Okay, now let's talk about before going to Gen AI, let's talk about AI. So when we talk about AI, let's talk about AI in a very layman term, what AI is all about. So if a non-technical person has to understand what is AI all about, so AI is a general purpose technology. When we say general purpose technology, it can be any technology that can be used in different areas. If I have to take an example, electricity. Electricity is a very general purpose technology that can be used for different needs and for different work. Similarly, AI is also a solution that can be used for different purposes. So that's why it makes it very harder to explain what is AI all about. But when we talk about in a technological way or in a more advanced terms of computer language, so when we talk about AI, it is nothing but these are computer systems which are capable of performing bigger tasks or tasks that were earlier done by human beings. So those are now can be done by AI solutions. So AI can be used for different purposes like reasoning, decision making, or any problem solving, identifying patterns, identifying voices, and all those things that can be used and developed by AI solutions. So nowadays, AI is now mostly available in all sorts of fields. But if I have to give some examples, it is now available in healthcare solutions, banking domains. It is widely used in social media, mainly for virtual assistants and all, online shopping, anything on the vehicles like autonomous vehicles where automatically they drive and all those things that are AI solutions, navigations and maps that we generally use most of it nowadays. Those are also AI solutions. So if I have to give a simple example, let's suppose online shopping. Let's suppose one user who goes on an online shopping, he buys, let's suppose, bread every now and then, and whenever he buys bread, he buys, suppose, a butter along with the bread. What does this AI solutions does nowadays is that, let's suppose that user selects bread in his cart, automatically AI solutions will be giving suggestion that, okay, you can go for this bread also, this butter also along with the bread. So those are like increasing some customer base or increasing the user experience using the AI solutions out there. So that's how AI has been mostly used in different industries or different areas out there. Now, let's talk about large language models. So whenever we talk about AI, so AI actually mostly works on these large language models. So large language models, let's talk about what is that. Large language models are nothing but these are AI algorithms that can be performed, that can be used to perform variety of tasks. And it is trained on very massive data sets that is available in the market or by training from the different data sets. So these are nothing but these are some supervised learning techniques that has been used to train those large language models. So nothing but these large language models can do variety of tasks, be it some task or text or generation of, so suppose, machine translation, images, all those things can be done using these large language models. So some of the applications of these large language models. So we can go ahead and see like there are a lot of like text generation models that are available using this large language model. We have those machine translations, whichever that can be used for translating text from from one text to another or different kind of languages that is available. Nowadays, a lot of image generation processings and all those things are done using these LLM models. We have chatbots or conversational AI or NLP languages that are being mainly driven from LLM models, search engines, or the code generations. All these things are actually driven around these LLM models. So there are some couple of LLM models that are widely being used in the industry. Most of you might already know that we have heard about GPT. So GPT is nothing but it's an LLM model that is that has a massive data set using which we can actually use those LLM models and you get benefited out of it. Similarly, we have Llama, we have Granite, we have Bird. These are the different actually companies who are developing different LLMs. These are not limited to this, but these are some of the widely available LLM models that are available in the market nowadays. But one thing, when we talk about LLM or any of the Gen AI solutions, we should not blindly accept the response that we are getting from these LLM models or any of the Gen AI solutions, because Gen AI's, these solutions and everything are actually trained on some data sets. Let's suppose if you're asking a question and the data set that has been trained by this model, it was an older data set of, let's suppose, 1 month older. And after 1 month, something has been changed around those, and those latest information might not be available. And sometimes it hallucinates also. So that is why we have to make sure that whatever information we are getting from the LLM models, we have to make sure that we are validating those information before utilizing in our systems. Otherwise, it may be generating some data that is completely opposite of what we are looking for or what we are asking for. So now let's go around and look around some of the common AI tools or applications that are available in the market or widely being used in the industry nowadays. Let's go first with these chatbots or AI chat assistants. So most of you have already heard about, I think, Chat GPT, because it is in the internet. It is widely being popular among all the technological companies and all. Apart from Chat GPT, we have a lot of other AI assistants that are available now in the market. One is this Copilot. It is from Microsoft Copilot. Similarly, we have Google Gemini. It was earlier called as Google Bird. Now they has renamed to Gemini. We have Perplexity. That is also one of the solution. We have Hugging Chat. Hugging Chat is a widely known company nowadays where a lot of AI solutions are available from their side. So these are some of the AI chat applications that are available in the market, and you can use it anytime. Today's in the demonstration, I will try to show a couple of them how we can utilize for software industry. Similarly, we had some code generation assistant as well. So there are a lot of code generation assistant that are available in the market. I have listed out a couple of them. We have this GitHub Copilot. It is widely used in all the software companies nowadays. Similarly, we have Amazon Q. Earlier, it was called as Amazon Code Whisperer. Now they have moved to Amazon Q Developer, so it is called as Amazon Q. Similarly, we have Gemini, Code Assistant, we have Cody, Codium. A lot of other tools are available in the market, but the widely used one I have listed out here. Similarly, for web development also, there are a lot of tools. They are like Durable, Bookify. All those are different web developer or web builder, you would say, solutions that are available in the AI industry that can be used for developing different websites. Similarly, not only on the technology side, on the other side, like content creations, video, images, and all those things, there are different solutions available in the market that are widely being used. Again, these are some paid tools, some have free versions, some have again community versions and also, but these are some of the widely used tools that are being used in the market nowadays, and anyone can consume and use according to the need on out of this. Now let's go around generative AI, how we can use generative AI for our software quality assurance or in the testing day-to-day life. But before going to the what use cases of generative AI in the QA industry, let's talk about what is Gen AI all about. So Gen AI, it is nothing but it's a AI technology that is capable of generating text, images, various kind of videos, or a lot of other things can be done using this generative AI. And it can be used for a lot of synthetic data. Synthetic data, when I talk, like mainly for testing different sets of data, we can generate different sets of data sets that can be used for testing and all those things. So generative AI, if we talk about generative AI, it is a solution that can be used for a lot of various purposes nowadays in the industry. Again, all these GenAI solutions, whatever is available now in the market or whatever is being developed so far, it generally starts with prompts. So prompts are nothing, but those are the initial starting point for any GenAI solution to start working. So whatever we give as an input to the GenAI system, that acts as a prompt. And those input can be of any form. It can be text, image, normal, plain text, some video, voice, or any kind of input that is understood by the GenAI solution can be as an input to the system, and those are called as prompts. So I will little bit explain about what prompt is all about, what sort of prompts that can be used. But here mostly I want to cover the Gen AI solutions that are available in the market, in which areas of software quality engineering we can use those. Again, Gen AI can be used in each and every phases of your software testing as DLC. Okay, be it from the development to the QA part, all areas you can use Gen AI, and that will help everyone in different ways. Okay, but to explain it in a little better way, I have put up in three categories. One is the test design. When I talk about test design, it will cover all the planning till developing test scripts and again releasing. Defect detections, where we can use Gen AI for different kind of defect detections or preventions. Predictive analysis, mainly for monitoring execution results, how we can predict if the user base will be looking good or not, all those kind of things out there. So on a nutshell, I have just given some of the pointers to give an explanation of what this can be used for. So when we talk about test design, generative AI solutions can be used to generate test cases. When I say generate test cases, it can be manual test cases, it can be automated test cases, it can be functional, non-functional, security, performance, all sort of things can be used. By using generative AI, you can develop those things. It helps you to increase the coverage. You can increase the coverage because Gen AI solutions can be used to know what sort of different components we have, what sort of different areas that we have to tap into while testing, and all those things can be done. Again, it improves the test efficiency and speed because automatically it does a lot of things that will help us. We can go beyond functional testing, as I said. We can go with security, performance, a lot of other things that can be done. And it can generate a lot of synthetic data, because test data is one of the areas where whenever we are doing testing, it lacks, because we might not get some user specific data and all those things. But using Gen AI, you can generate those kind of data as well. Now, coming to defect prevention, again, this also caters a lot of things from the Gen AI, because we can do now automated code reviews or analysis. So with this, we can automatically find out from the history of the code, whatever has been written so far, we can automatically find out, okay, these are the areas where we have to look into, or these are the areas where the code might be going wrong. Those kind of things can be done. We can do bug triaging and prioritize. We can simulate user behaviors, whatever the production user behaviors are there. We can synthesize the code, repair from the Gen AI code, Gen AI solutions itself. We can generate dynamic runtime monitoring systems to analyze the details and everything. Similarly, on the predictive analysis, you can do a lot of risk identification, defect predictions, whether our test effectiveness is done or not, whether the release is ready to go or not, because we have covered all the things or not. All those kind of things can be done using this GenAI solutions. Again, there are lots and lots of free courses available nowadays in the market. Google and all those industry leaders are giving GenAI free courses that you can go and look into, where you will get a lot of details about this GenAI use cases and all. Yeah. Now let's talk about prompts. Since I told that Gen AI mostly works around the prompts, so we have to know what is prompts all about, and what are the best ways to write prompts, or what are the best way you can go ahead and work with the prompts. So prompts, as I said earlier, these are nothing but these are plain instructions that are given to an AI system. Okay, it is the way how we express your requirements. Whatever way we ask the question to the Gen AI system, the way you will get the response. So this, we have to design our prompt in such a way that whatever information you are looking for, you have to write a prompt in that way, and the response against those prompts will be given based on whatever you have entered as a uh, input to the system. So prompts are nothing but these are the key elements that guide how the AI algorithm interacts with us, how they will be processing the data, how the responses we are going to get it out of here. So whenever you are writing prompts, you have to keep in mind couple of things so that you get the proper answers from the Gen AI system. Clarity and specificity, you have to be very clear enough to convey the exact input what you are looking for. You have to give some background or context what you are looking for. Let's suppose you want to find something. I'll give an example while going in the demo, but before writing what is this, instead of that one, you have to give some background what you are looking for, what sort of information you want, or what is the way of information you are looking out of that. So you have to give some background. You have to give the prompt in such a way that it is relevant and relevant. Let's suppose you are writing first question, then second question. The second question has to be relevant with the first question out there. So relevance has to be there. Specific instruction, what way you want. Let's suppose you want a table, you want the output in Java code. Those information you have to provide, and you have to use proper prompt engineering, like right words, right phrases or symbols, so that it will be easy for the system to get into what we are looking for. Okay, so I'll give a simple example of a well-structured prompt. Again, this doesn't say that you have to always write a prompt in this way, but I'm giving an example so that it will cover all the areas that I've explained. See, this is a prompt where I have written that generate a Java code using Selenium WebDriver for automating a login process. The script should navigate to the URL. I have specified the URL. It should enter the login ID and password, and then click on the submit button. So this prompt is a well-structured prompt. Why? Because I'm specifying what we are looking for. Like, I want a programming language to be Java. The library used should be a Selenium WebDriver, and it has automated login process. So I'm specifically specifying what we are looking for. Same way, I'm giving the context. Context means I'm giving the necessary information, like this is the URL. This is the URL where you have to navigate. This is the input you have to put in, or these are the username or password that you have to put in. And lastly, I am asking the prompt that, okay, this, I want a clear output that is generated as a Java code, means I want a code that has to be coming out of the prompt out there. So I am specifying all those things whenever I'm writing the prompt. So whenever you are trying to write a prompt, be more in detail so that the system knows what you are trying to get out of it or what you are looking for. Okay. Again, one small tip, don't just think a lot, because whenever you start writing prompt, if you iterate, repeat, you based on your questions, whatever you are repeating, it will give you the proper answers. So don't overthink how you have to write a prompt. Just start some small things, then it will gradually increase and gradually go through how or what we are looking for. Okay. So these are some of the things that I wanted to explain as part of the presentation, but let's go ahead and let's give the demo so that I can show you what exactly or what are the tool sets that you can use. But I will mostly try to cover two areas. One is the conversational assistant. I'll show here ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Gemini, as well as I will show some examples of code assistant. Again, I am trying to use here the open source ones. I have not used GitHub Copilot or all this because there are license cost and all those things. So again, if you are in an industry where all those things are available, you can use those. But on the similar lines, it will work accordingly. So in this demo session, I will be mostly covering three uh, chat assistants. One is Copilot, ChatGPT, and Gemini. Let's go ahead with Copilot first. Uh, so this is from Microsoft. So these are nothing but these are like chat-based applications. So I'm writing who won 2024 IPL final. So you can ask any questions. I am not restricting to anything out there. So if you're writing as normal question, it will be giving you answers around this one, that it won't by KKR with all the details about. It is not only for these things, it can be used to generate images also. See, I'm writing an that generate me an image of a dinosaurs game with a mountain background. Okay, so it will automatically generate using some AI powered solutions. Like here they are using Dell E3, and it is generating images accordingly. So again, this image is up to you how you want to use it. Again, after generating the image, it gives some options also to refactor according to your needs. So here I'm refactoring whatever image you want to use it, you can select, use it. And if it looks good, you can mark it as looks good. Or if you want to change it, undo it, you go and change the whole pattern out there. So whatever solutions are available there, you can go and change according to your need out there. Okay, so again, landscape portrait, this can be used for different purposes. Similarly, it is Gemini is also there. It also works on the same way. I'm writing here, what is the best programming language available in the market nowadays? So it will give you a list of programming language that is available in the market, which one is best, what you can use. Similarly, suggest a good framework for automating automation tests in Java for APIs. So it is giving, see, rest assured, rest safe, and all those things are being suggested as part of these questions. Okay, so these are normal questions. Now let's go and see some of the questions around software related things out there. See, again, this chat based applications and all those things, it is not only for generic things, it can be used for a lot of other things. Let's suppose here I want to show you an example where this can be used by analysts or BAs or journey experts to generate different user stories also. So here, see, I'm writing a prompt where I'm asking that write a story, means a user story for an authentication application, and I want this application to be an API based application, which can be used for our software team. Okay, I've written this. Once you write this query, see, it is generating all the different user stories for a authentication based application. Again, it is giving each and every information. They are generating different kinds of user stories with different sets of test data sets, what can be used, what cannot be used, or what sort of scenarios we want with the acceptance criteria and everything. So it is up to you how you want to use Gen AI solution. So here it can be used by any BA, or if you want to develop some user stories for your Jira cards and all those things, it can be used for this. It gives each and every information. Here, see, it's giving introduction, what sort of information you have written. It is giving the acceptance criteria. It is giving the steps that we are looking for. Even it is giving the test data, what sort of request, what sort of response will be coming up. So it can be used for all this kind of thing. Now let's suppose we have this test case, we have this user story. Now let's suppose for the testing purpose, I want to generate different testing use cases, right? So I'm writing here one prompt, like for this one, generate manual test cases for the above story in a tabular format. I want the columns should have steps, expected results, test data. Suppose 5 positive cases, 5 negative, 2 security, and 2 performance test cases. Once you write this, it will generate whatever you have specified based on the user story. It is generating me the test cases, manual test cases. I'm not writing a single line of thing for manual. It is automatically generating. So generating all the positive cases with data sets and everything, all the negative test cases, whatever data sets you want. Again, I have restricted for 5. If you're not giving, if you want for 100 cases, 10 cases, you can specify. Even they are generating security cases and performance cases. So it's up to you how you are using this thing for different parts. So these are like you have generated all the manual test cases for a particular scenario or particular feature that you want to test it. It gives you each and every information with test data, test sets, what is expected, what is the response code, 200. For negative scenarios, I am getting response code like 409, 401. Those things need to be verified. All those information can be generated using some specific prompts here. Okay, so for security, performance, all those things are getting generated. Now let's suppose whatever test cases we have generated, we want to generate some PII informations like personal identification information test cases also, because nowadays a lot of healthcare banking systems, they are very restrictive enough and say that we have to make sure that PII data leakage and all those things are not happening. So see, I have just written a prompt. It is generating all the PII cases. Since I have given that in the similar format, it has used positive, negative for PII. Similarly, for security specific cases, PII data are not there. All those cases are being generated accordingly from those prompts. Again, this data might be wrong, might not be wrong. Okay, so you have to validate what you want to use, what you don't want to use, or how you want to process this data. As a AI assistant, it is generating, but it's up to you how you want to utilize it. Okay, now let's suppose I have generated all the test cases and everything. Now my next step will be generally what? We will be writing automation cases for those. Now I can ask the prompt that I want to generate automation case. See, I have written generate automation test scripts using JavaScript using rest assured framework for one of the positive and one of the negative. It is generating all the test cases in a proper Java code using rest assured for both one positive and for one negative, because I have written accordingly. If you want for all, it will be generating for all as well. So it is generating all this. See, not even this, it gives you what should be the POM file information. If it is in testng, if it is in other, all those information you can give. Since I am writing these queries and they know my pattern, so it is generating accordingly. See, in POM, it is giving, see, these are the rest assured information you have to edit. These are the code base. It gives you rest assured as the library. It shows that, okay, these are the validations you can do. All sorts of things you can do it. Similarly, for the negative also, it is generating out there. So it is to the prompt, whatever prompt you give, it will give you the answers. It is giving the test and the XML information also, and some of the notes also, what we are using and whatnot. Let's suppose similarly, I want to generate some performance testing scripts also. Let's suppose I have written generate performance test scripts using K6 for one of the performance test case. See, it is going through that user story or the manual test cases, whatever has been written. It is generating a performance test script. Again, it is a small script that has been generated. I have just written for one where they are specifying that, okay, since I have written K6 is mostly developed using JavaScript. It has written in JavaScript. It gives what is the input like ramp up time, how many users for how many minutes and all those things. It is giving each and every information about that performance script. And even it goes how to run the test, it explains. Even it explains what sort of stages, what is the payload, what is the sleep time, and all those things I'm giving to that particular request. Okay. So this is how this this chat assistance can be used, and this can be used in different areas according to your need and according to your use cases out there. Okay. Next, let's go and give you an example of coding. Okay. Here, I am using Visual Studio IDE. It is up to you, whatever IDE you use. Let's suppose IntelliJ IDE or any other IDEs that are available in the market, whatever you is find good to work on, those ideas can be used. But here I am going to showcase some of the open source code assistant libraries that are available and can be used. So this is a project I have taken it, one of my old project. I'll use this old project itself for the example. And I will be showing you Amazon Q, Kodi as well as Codium in this example. And these are nothing but these are plugins. Okay, you can go to the marketplace of that IDE. You can search for that plugin. Like suppose Kodi, I'm searching here. It is mainly the source graph Kodi I have to use. I am installing it and using it accordingly. Okay, so it's up to your IDE. Whatever you want, you can use it. This is the Kodi. Similarly, we have Amazon Q, we have Codium. All these are available in the marketplace for the particular IDE. Again, these solutions can work on any IDE. Okay, Eclipse, IntelliJ, it's up to you. Whatever IDE you use, these are available in the marketplace for all these IDs. Okay, let's go ahead and explore a little bit around one of this project I will use. These are again some test codes that are written in Java. I'll use this same sets for the example purpose. Let's go ahead and use Kodi. Okay, I'll go in the similar terms, whatever I have shown in the chat assistant. So here, let's suppose I want to use Kodi. I am using Kodi and I'm giving C. I want to know the explanation of this code. So this is a Java code that has been written. And I want the explanation of this Java code, what it is written, because someone has written, I don't have the brief about this code base. So instead of going through each and every line, I have asked the uh, Kodi itself that explain me the whole code. So once you type this, see, Kodi is explaining me each and every information about the code. It is listing out the different methods that has been written there, what this method is doing, what each and every information about this method, all those details are being listed out here. So you can just write the prompt, it will give you the information. Similarly, I can write normal questions also. What is rest assured used for? Similarly, like the other chat assistant I showed, right? It is explaining me what is this rest assured is all about. Okay, so it is up to you what questions you can ask. Even there are some keywords that can use. Let's suppose this is the project name is Astro. This is the file. I want to see if there are any option to optimize this code base. Someone has written, I want to optimize the code base. Accordingly, whatever prompt you have given, it is listing out. See, it is even taking the context of those files and it is showing what is the optimized code, what sort of optimization you can do. Let's suppose I don't want these details. I want the code itself, the optimized code. I've written, can you generate the optimized code? After writing that code, see, it is listing out the whole code. Whatever is written in my code base, it is going through the lines, it is showing me what can be the optimized code looks like, and it is giving me suggestions. Again, you can insert those things. It is giving me the explanations about each and every things about that code. You can insert, copy, or you can create new files and compare and use it. So wherever you want to code it, wherever you want to put that code, you can go ahead and code this. Okay, so this kind of information also can be done easily using coding. Again, I'm not giving with all the examples and all those things. It's up to you how you want to use it. Let's go with another example that is called as Codium. Okay, so here in Codium also it is like a normal chat based applications only. It has both chat as well as the lab where you can write the code. Let's suppose I'm writing what is Selenium WebDriver, or what purpose of Selenium WebDriver. See, whatever I'm specifying there, based on this one, it's giving me the answer. What is Selenium WebDriver? It is giving me Selenium WebDriver is a popular tool used for this purpose. Okay, so it's not only code; it can be used for normal generic questions as well. Now let's go ahead. Let's suppose this Java file, I want to generate some code using Codium. Okay. I don't want to write a lot of code. I want this Codium should be writing. So whenever you type C, the grayed out ones, it is automatically suggesting. You can just click on tab. It is automatically picking up the code what you are looking for. Let's suppose for this example, using Codium, I have written a class example. I'm writing string name, some text here. Similarly, int is some text. So it is automatically generating the code. I think someone, can you go on mute? Okay, thank you. Here, see, it is automatically generating the code. Now, similarly, let's suppose for this code base, I want to generate a Java doc. This is the code base where I want to generate a Java doc. Here, see, automatically it is giving us generate Java doc. I have just clicked on this one. It is automatically generating a Java doc for me. Okay, so you can click on this apply and you can accept or reject. Based on whatever you do, it will automatically see generate Java doc. Let's suppose I want to accept this code. I'm clicking on apply. Automatically, this code is coming up there. I'm accepting it and it is coming up there in the code base. Okay. So similarly for this one, I want to refactor. I just clicked on refactor. It is giving me an optimized refactor code. So whatever test that was written by myself, based on that one, I have clicked on refactor. It is giving me suggestions on how we can refactor the code itself. Okay, so you don't have to worry about a lot of things using this Gen AI systems. Now let's suppose I want to generate a test case itself. I'm just writing test C. Now whenever I tap, automatically generating the code. See, I have not written a single line of code. I have just written test. Based on the test written, it is generating the whole test description. I've written parameter. Based on the parameter, it has written the whole function itself. Again, this is written based on my older history. Whatever way I write the code or whatever framework I use to write the code, it has automatically learned those patterns, the Codium or the GenAI solution, and it is giving me code suggestions based on that one. Okay, so these are the different things that can be used for that can be used for your software industry, or you can use it for development purpose also. It's up to you how you want to use it or how you want to get the benefit out of this. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and give you an example around Amazon Q. Again, here also I'm giving a similar kind of an example. Here I want to write a class. Instead of writing the code, I just give some commands and it will generate. So suppose here I'm just generating string name, Kaustav, some a something. I've given just a command like function to generate get the year of birth. Okay. Based on this one, see, automatically the function is getting generated. You don't have to write a single line of code. Let's suppose similarly another example. I'm just writing a command, find the largest element from a list. I want to generate a code for this one, right? See, just go to the next line. It is already suggesting. I'm not writing this. Just I'm pressing tab in my screen, in my keyboard, and it is generating. See, it is generating the whole code base. It is generating the list. It is generating the method. It is generating system.out println and max. All those things have been generated automatically. I have not written a single line of code to generate this kind of stuff out there. Okay, so this is how this kind of information can be used for your generation of code or anything like that. Another example I want to give here, this is an identity.yaml file. It is nothing but a YAML file that is from a Swagger. Generally, Swagger generally have all the information of about a service, all the API details, what sort of input, output, what is the response code and all. So I have just downloaded a free version of Swagger from internet. I am using this one for the example purpose. So based on the Swagger, I want to generate a whole sort of thing out of that, like test cases, code, and everything. So this is the whole Swagger file. I'm asking Amazon Q to generate manual test case. It is on a similar lines that I have showed in the chat earlier. Generate test cases from this identity.yaml Swagger file in a table format. I have specified what columns I want, similar like steps, expected results, test data, endpoints, and all those. And I have also specified that I want some positive. I have given here two positive, two negative, one, two performance, and one security test case. Okay. So similarly, like the other one that we tried earlier, it is going to generate all the test cases from this YAML file. So requirements can be of any sort. It can be a Swagger file, it can be a whole document, it can be a whole normal plain text. Based on this one, it is generating. See, all positive, negative, security, and all those things. Now I'm writing generate, let's suppose Java automation test in rest assured for one positive and one negative test case. Similarly, whatever it was done earlier, it is generating the test cases based on this one. So you can utilize the same test case for any of your testing purpose based on the test cases that you are generating. It is giving me all the details. Not even this. I want to say suppose use a mocking solution instead of writing. Say suppose that let's suppose a lot of production environments cannot be used, right? So I want to mock the server using any of the mocking solutions out there. So here my prompt I have written that generate stubs for the test case using any of the mocking libraries. Okay. So I have given this one the same test cases it will be generating using some mocking. So here it is using Mockito as the library, and it is creating stubs for the test cases. Means you don't have to hit the production instance or any of the available instances. It will generating the mocks for you, and you can use those mocks for any of the tests. Okay. Similarly, I want to generate this K6. I showed you the example for K6 right earlier. So for here, I'm just writing the generate K6 test for two of the performance test cases. So it is generating all the performance test cases, whatever you want from this particular test case out there. So it is specifying what import packages, what are the ramp up time, what are how many virtual users are there, how many minutes, all those information for both the test cases it is written out here. Even it gives you some details about what sort of things has been done in those development of those K6 test cases out there. Okay. So these are some of the examples that are available that I wanted to show you that are available as free version. Anyone can use it. Again, for single user instance, this is free. Again, enterprise license and all those things differs as per your need. You can go ahead and see. But these are some of the free versions that are available that can be used by any of the development teams or QA teams for generating test cases, developing automation cases, and all those things out there. Okay. So yeah, as part of the demo, this is what I wanted to showcase. That's all I have from the demo perspective. But uh, as I said, this AI solutions or Gen AI solutions can be used for different purposes nowadays in the market, and it is available. Lots and lots of tools are available in the market nowadays. You can utilize any of those tool sets that can help you to do a lots and lots of different things, and that will help all the engineering teams or all the QA teams for different purposes. Okay. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to present today. Now open up for any questions or anything that you want to ask or you want to know.
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Saikia, for that insightful presentation in generative AI. So now it's time to move on the QA session. So anyone want to ask any question, please feel free to ask. Yeah, let's get started.
Hi, Kaustav. Prabhu
Yeah,
this side. Am I audible?
yeah, yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you. Prabhu.
yeah, sure. So, firstly, I mean, that was a great presentation and a great demo. So, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So, a very generic question, so generally what happens is, I mean, we nowadays we are having, all these developers, testers, QA professionals coming up. But a very
Mm,
generic question that everyone have in the mind that, when this Gen AI is coming and it's getting developed, with days passing by, it's going to replace certain jobs or it's going to replace certain positions. So could you please throw some light around that so that, what I feel that there are some misconception that people hold and they're a bit afraid. Instead of adapting to these technologies, they become afraid and they step back.
Very,
Any few
very good
thoughts?
question. Yeah, this is a question that a lot of people are asking nowadays in the industry. Okay, I'll give a simple example. Earlier, when computer systems came into the industry, like in banks or any of the offices, government offices or any of the organizations, right? People who did not know computer, there was a buzz around that one that since computers are coming into system, computers will do a lot of stuffs. We will not have our jobs anymore, right? But what has happened is that people started learning computer. Now people has got used to how to use computer, how computer is all about and all those things, and people started work with using the computer. So that did not happen that computer has removed jobs altogether. What has happened is that using computers now people are doing a lot of other jobs that was not there in the market at all. Similarly, AI is the same concept. People who will not get around AI, if they will not learn what is a AI or the tool sets around AI, they might be in a problem. But people who start learning AI, people who get used to how to utilize AI and they can use those things or how AI can be benefiting, they learn it. Their job will be more easier and they will be doing a lot of other things that were not there in the market altogether earlier. This AI, whatever is coming in the AI industry, it will create more jobs. It is not going to cut off jobs. Yes, people who don't learn about these things or people who don't come up and they don't get into the new technologies, there might be some problem. But for the industry, if you talk about, you will get to work on new things, you will get to learn new things, and you will be working on new things out there. It doesn't say that we are going to lose our jobs. Yes, we have to upskill ourselves. That is the main thing. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
So, Kaustav, one more question I would like to
Yeah.
ask in this context is, if we look back at the pre-generative AI era,
Mhm.
we had Selenium, right? The time
Yeah.
AI was not there. So Selenium was there, and which is open source, free to everyone, and everybody was using, in a very kind of comfortable manner to test their UI-based
Yeah.
applications, right?
Mhm.
And then we added a little bit of more kind of capability to the Selenium-based framework and so on later,
Mhm.
right? And now we have, generative AI. So
Mhm.
do you, and at the same time, if we look at the, pre-generative AI era, there are so many commercial tools also like UFT and other tools were there that can accelerate your test automation process. And now we
Yes.
have generative AI, and that is also helping us to accelerate automation. So tools are there which are AI powered. So
Yes.
in this AI era, what do you recommend? Can we have something Selenium that can be enriched with AI power, and people can continue to use or enjoy the open source kind of benefits without paying any license subscription fees? What do you think?
Yes. 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 It is. It is there. Yeah, as you said, this when we talk about AI or Gen AI solutions, a lot of things are licensed. Again, why these are licensed? Because the organizations who have developed this solution, they have to work on a big data set. So they have to train the AI, they have to gather all those data sets and all. So that's why these enterprise solutions are there in the market. But having said that, Selenium or any other open source technologies that we use currently or that is in the industry from a long time, they are not getting rid of because AI is just a over and above those solutions. You can use AI to do a lot of other stuffs. So in AI industry also, there are a lot of open source things also available, like this Cody or whatever tools I have just shown, right? These are like open source. Obviously, there are some limitations. You cannot go beyond some certain things out there, but the individual licenses or the what you say community editions and all those things, you can participate in all those and you can get used. Means you can use those tools out there. So there are freer things also, free versions of things also, they are licensed one also. If you have to work on advanced solutions, yes, obviously there are enterprise solutions and all those things that you can use, but there are free versions also. Like I have to give an example. Like I talked about Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft has launched their Copilot Studio, where you can use their services and develop your own service around those things. So those services that you have developed using those solutions will be completely used by you or completely open to you. So those are like non-licensed things that you can use it and when you get benefit out of it. So both
Yeah,
license and non-license, both the things will be existing around these AI things for sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kaustav. Any more questions, anyone? I think we ran a little bit over time.
Yes.
And okay, so let's see if anybody has any more questions, and then we can probably wrap up.
Yes, try. Yes, try. I have a question.
Yep.
So how can we determine which generative AI application provide the best explanation and answer, like best accuracy?
Yeah. This is a very good question because nowadays, a lot of AI solutions are available in the market. See, I personally have used Copilot and ChatGPT for quite some time now, and they are giving me all sorts of good answers or good solutions, whatever I'm looking for. But the recent ones, whatever it is coming up in the market, like Gemini, it was Bird, now it's Gemini. There are in some cases I have seen that the hallucination is more. But these organizations are now working on a lot of different again LLM models or different solutions, which are actually helping you to give a lot of better answers out there. But in a straightforward answer, if I have to give, there is no such AI tool available in the market that will not hallucinate. Okay, so human intelligence or human intervention is much needed in any of the AI solutions that you are going to use it. So you have to see what is your requirement. Let's suppose you want to use AI for a specific purpose. For that specific purpose, what are the best tools available in the market? You have to do a little bit of R&D and go ahead with that one. But on a very generic term, it is very difficult to say which is giving you the right answer or which is giving you the wrong answer. Because nowadays people are using ChatGPT, means ChatGPT solutions, and developing their solution in-house because they don't want to expose their data or information to the general world. They want to restrict it within the organization. So they are training their ChatGPT or their GPT solutions in their own models and using it out there. So it's up to you or up to the organization how you want to carve out the things out there, and based on that one you have to go. But having said it, all AI has some hallucination. They might or might not give you the correct information. You have to have human intervention to find out which is correct, which is not correct.
Yeah,
I hope I
Costa,
have
thank you.
answered you.
So, Kaustav, I have a question. So,
Yeah.
as this generative AI things are coming up, like making our process like a test, writing the test cases and writing the code, making the things very easier. So, what will be the QA role in the future? So, these things are coming up. Is it going to take jobs of a QA engineer? Is that going to be the future of a QA engineer?
See, most likely not. But QA roles, the traditional QA roles where we used to do a lot of manual stuffs and out there, those kind of roles, obviously, it will reduce a lot. But the automation roles and all those things, it will be more towards the SDET roles, software development engineering test kind of a role, where you will be developing solutions for the AI, because AI will not work as is whatever it is available, right? You have to customize something around that one as per your requirement, as per your project, or as part of your organization needs, right? So you will be developing solutions for those. So you will become more and more like SDET SDET engineers who will be working around those solutions. So it is not like that you will be directly getting rid of a job altogether. You have to upskill yourself to work around these solutions out there for sure.
So thank you, Saikia. Yeah, we have limitation time.
Mhm.
Okay, so thank you
All
for
right.
your enlightenment session. Yeah,
Yeah, Subrat, can
and for
I?
the answer. Yes,
Yeah, can I take
just
the last part actually? So I think a lot of things we discussed, Kaustav. So thank you so much for
Yeah.
such a wonderful session today. I think people were like, glued to your session. I have seen they quickly came back to your session when we got disconnected, when Zoom closed the session. So we were glued to your session, just like, the magnets get stuck to the iron surface. So it was so nice. And thank you so much, for this session on generative AI. Very informative. And I specifically, enjoyed when you explained different types of generative AI products, and you provided some real world examples, around how they're actually used practically, right? Their applications basically. And I'm sure who were part of this discussion, they might have also got some good knowledge about the real potential of generative AI in general, and also in quality engineering field. So, and that, conversational assistant, the coding assistant that you explained, that was also kind of, very informative, Kaustav. So thank you so much for all that. We really appreciate. And also, I have a message for the people who actually joined this session. We are planning to have a pretty, large-scale conference in Bhubaneswar in the month of November. So look for some updates from our side, on Test Automation Forum and also from Most10, side also. And we are going to cover all these advanced topics in the space of quality engineering, in the space of DevOps, and how we can leverage the best practices from the industry. That would be our main objective. So stay tuned for more information around that. And please invite your friends in your network to these ProTalk sessions. We also do, product showcases in Test Automation Forum .com website, the web portal that voluntarily the people from Most10, they actually maintain, that community. So please influence your friends to join us. If they want to also showcase something, they want to speak on some of the futuristic or some of the latest trends, in the market, we will be happy to welcome them to speak, to showcase their work. So that is what is the objective of these discussions. So thank you so much for taking some time. And today's session was so long. I will look forward to see you again. And thank you for your time. Kaustav, thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. It was nice giving this session, and thank you for calling me for this session. And it was nice presenting to on this one. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it was
Absolutely.
overall very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening, everyone.